Howdy-ho, my peeps! Finally, I'm getting to another bath time confessional, and it's been so long. I feel like I haven't done this forever. Today I'm going to do, well, first of all, I've got you on a tripod so that I can try a few things that I got in that Pinchme box. I want to try the Carol's Daughter Almond Milk Shampoo and Conditioner with you. I also want to try these two Biore products, the baking soda face wash and the baking soda cleansing scrub. I'm feeling particularly grungy right now. I've been whining about it being too hot for a long time, and it is too hot. Yesterday got up to 110. Today it's supposed to reach 110 as well. You know, at that temperature, without refrigeration, and we don't have refrigeration in this house, we just have a swamp cooler, which only works to about 100 degrees. I'm completely useless. I mean, I would need to drive down into town and get into some refrigerated space in order to be functional at all. So, what we do instead is we lie around in the living room with wet towels and sheets on us, and the fan on us, and the swamp cooler going, and we manage to stay functionally cool. Of course, you got to bring the dogs in, and make sure the pigs have enough water in their wallow, and blah blah blah, so that everybody's safe. But it's really been bad, and this heat wave is supposed to go till Friday. Today is Tuesday, so that is that's really something. So anyhow, let's give this stuff a try. I'm going to start by getting my hair wet. I live in such a makeshift sort of little house that I don't have things like a thing that you can spray your hair with or that sort of deal. I use an ancient old enameled cream pot. Oh Lord. Or water pot, whatever this thing is. I found this in the dirt at one of my old houses. Isn't that strange? It was just in the dirt. So, yeah, I use it basically for doing what you see me doing right now. Okay, so let's see. Let's get into this Carol's Daughter stuff. Shampoo. I can barely read. Oh, lovely. It's so slippery that I'm not going to be able to. Got to use the side of a towel to open this with. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to get some of this lovely stuff on my hands. It is an almond color. Set that down. And smells like almond. It's pretty almond kind of scent. Alright, so anyhow, now while I'm washing my hair, I wanted to start talking to you guys about what I've been doing lately, what's been going on in my life. Okay, I've done nothing but complain about how depressed I am for a while now, and you're probably getting as sick of that as you're getting sick of seeing diffuser reviews. But that's just the way life shakes out when you have a big life change, and it's the final chapter of something that really changes you. I'm drooling. That really changes you, changes your life, maybe propels you into the next life spot, and all of that stuff happened when my mom passed away. Like she was my second parent to go, and I don't know if you all know this, but when my dad started getting sick, which was about 10 years ago, actually it was longer, but his actual need for me to, step in and care for him a little bit started about 10 years ago. So I went through his final illness and death with him. And then Mom got depressed and stayed in bed for 2 years, and we found out she had cancer. So I went through her final illness and death with her, which does a lot of things. I mean, first, that makes me an orphan, but what it really does is it propels me into the elder generation. I still have an aunt and an uncle alive, obviously quite elderly, but with my mom and dad going, I've now stepped into the role that they just recently had in my life. So, boy, that's a big shift. There's no going back. You're not getting younger. Things aren't going to ever get less wrinkly or less uncomfortable, And some of us manage to sail into our elderhood vigorous and pain-free and doing Pilates. Well, I'm not that girl. I'm crawling into my elderhood. Holding on to the walls, trying to stay upright. So anyway, that, of course, the losing my mom part was horribly difficult and sad. But the stepping into the role of the elder, even though I'm a young elder, I'm still an elder, in my life, having my life now be that in that place, that was also hard. So, I start the stress of caring for them, and also of somehow knowing that, this was coming up, this place in my life was coming up. Man, that was depressing. And so I've just been kind of sitting with that. I've probably been depressed for a long time, but because I had this call to action, to care for my mother, I didn't really feel it. Well, as she headed towards death, I really started to feel it. Oh, that's a good look on me. Kind of like that. Got puppy ears. Anyway, I really started to feel it. And of course, after she passed, which was March 4th, and today's June, 20th. After she passed, I really started to feel it. I was just dragging butt and having a sad face all the time. Well, I'm sure that's going to come back every once in a while. It was pretty steady until about a week ago, maybe a little over a week ago. I had this really strange experience. I woke up one morning and I realized that I didn't feel anything. Not a thing. I had no emotion at all. I didn't feel happy or sad, didn't feel depressed, didn't feel elated, didn't feel stress, didn't feel fear, didn't feel anything. No feeling. I thought, wow, this is weird. It's like I've been soaking in a vat of Prozac. So I got up and, did my day like I always do. And got up the next morning. And I noticed the same thing. I noticed that I didn't have any feeling. And I just tried to be present with that, if you know what I mean. I realized that for over 24 hours I was having this, what was to me a really weird reaction. But I felt like I was standing beside myself and watching myself have this emotion. It was very strange. So, or have no emotion, basically. So, the third day, maybe, I woke up in the morning and I realized that I felt something. And it was something that I couldn't identify. I knew I was having an emotion. Didn't know what it was. Couldn't remember what it was. And I realized that the emotion was excitement, or rather the feeling. I don't know that excitement is an emotion, but it was a feeling. I felt excited. And I hadn't felt excited about anything. I mean, truly excited. Or just excited about nothing. In such a long time that was a almost unidentifiable feeling. So when I realized what it was, I thought, man, this is a little weird. Oh, and it was a small excitement too. It was just this little tiny small excitement in the pit of my stomach kind of feeling. And I thought, wow, this is interesting. So I kind of sat with that feeling during that day. It wasn't earth-changing. It was just, wow, this is interesting. I feel a little excited about stuff. The next morning I woke up and I thought to myself, you know what? Oh, and I still had the excited feeling in my stomach. I decided, you know something? I think today is the day to quit punishing myself with carbohydrates, try to knock off some of the weight that I regained from the 2 years ago that I lost weight, and just kind of get on with my life. And I realized that that's where that excitement feeling was coming from. I realized, well, a couple things. One, the stress is gone. That's part of where the excitement came from. The stress of taking care of my parents is gone. The stresses that are surround me now, I can pretty easily push back, because they aren't my stresses, if you know what I mean. Taking care of my parents was my stress. I took it on. And then I had to ride that stress all the way, you know. I had to ride that psychotic stress horse all the way into the burning barn, which I did. So now that the barn's burned down and the horse is no longer psychotic, you just kind of look around or I've just looked around and said, wow, anything is possible. I can do anything now. Anything with my time, you know. So I'm doing a lot of things with my time, and I'll fill you in on that. But I just wanted to talk at first about how my feelings were progressing. So anyway, it's that day when I woke up and said, quit punishing yourself, knock off some weight, start eating decently. That was 5 days ago. And in the past 5 days, I've done exactly that. I'm back on the eating plan I was on before, kind of modified a little bit. Another weird thing about that is normally when I go on a weight reduction diet, I will obsess about the scale. I'll want to get on the scale. I don't seem to care about it right now. That doesn't seem to be the important thing. The important thing seems to be more, know you're on the path to doing this. Pay attention to how you feel. I'm talking to myself here. Kind of, you know, follow this thing that you're going to do, this food regime you're going to do. But what I'm paying attention to isn't that. What I'm paying attention to is the things in my life I have the opportunity to do now. So I'm sort of doing that simultaneously. I'm sort of trying to take care of some of the damage I've done to my body recently, and while I'm doing that, sort of pay attention to, like, what do I want to do with my time now? What do I want to do? I mean, it's my options are so open. So I've rambled about that for a while. I'm going to stop rambling about that. I'm going to, how long have I rambled? I've rambled for about 13 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and shut this off, and I'm going to come back. Okay, so I have all that Carol's Daughter shampoo rinsed out of my hair, and I opened up the conditioner packet side. I'm putting all the conditioner on my hair, so I'm going to use it like a pack while I continue to talk to you. So anyhow, I've reached this steady spot where I'm looking to the future. Oh, a couple other weird things I've noticed. Right after my mom died, well, not right after. I'd say within about, I don't know, a couple weeks after my mom died, I was washing my hair. And I hadn't washed my hair in a long time. I just kept it up in a hair tie. Didn't even brush it. You know, that went for like 3 days. Didn't do a thing. Just piled the matted hair wad up on the top of my head and went on with my day. Well, when it was finally time to, you know, get in the shower, I think it was the bathtub actually, and clean up and wash my hair and all of that, I did so, and I had conditioner in it, and I'm combing it out in little bits, because I have to be very careful, because I've got what my mother used to call a monkey head. My hair is very fine, It's always been very fine. My scalp has always been very tender, so, you know, it's hard for me to comb out my hair. Anyhow, so I'm combing my hair out, and I noticed that I wasn't getting much hair in the comb. I thought, that's interesting. When I was all done, I looked at the comb, and I don't know, if I'd counted the hairs, there might have been 50 hairs in there. Not many at all. Thought that's interesting. So, with each subsequent wash, which occur every 3 or 4 days, because I'm scared to wash my hair, because I'm scared it's all falling out, I've noticed the same thing. My comb just is not filling up with hair like it used to. It used to be, if I went for that many days without washing my hair, and then I washed it and combed it out, and look, I comb gently, all right? I try to do the start from the bottom thing, but I work the tangles down too, blah, blah. Anyway, I haven't been losing hair. And so I've been looking at my scalp, and I've noticed that I've got all these little baby hairs growing. So I think what happened was that when the stress went away, maybe the hair loss went away too. I don't know. It could just be I'm at the end of that phase. Every once in a while, all your hair follicles manage to, or it seems that they manage to kind of sync up, and they go into that resting phase all at the same time, and you lose a bunch of hair. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I just know that my hair is not falling out like it was. That's weird. Welcome, but unusual. So anyhow, that was another thing that's been happening lately. What else? Oh, this heat wave hit a few days ago, and I was in the middle of doing a few productive things, and I'm still doing them, but it's much harder when you're, being knocked over by heat. But anyway, one productive thing is I have been crocheting these circle cardigans. I made one for a friend, and I sort of had to rip a lot of it out and redo it so that the arms would be at the right spot, and so that I could figure out what my method was going to be on the next one. So the first one took a long time, but I'm doing these because I want to have my hats that I'd been doing. I want to do more of those and all that, and then just populate my Etsy space with that. There's so many things I want to do with my Etsy space, and I love making knitwear, so I think I'm going to have those circle cardigans. And the cool thing about them is you can make them in every size. They from infant all the way up to 5, 6, 7 XL, whatever you happen to be. A circle cardigan can be made for you. So anyhow, I've been doing that, back to crochet, which feels neat because I hadn't been crocheting in a long time. And then the other thing I'm doing is planning a business. It started out sort of as a whim. I wanted to see if I could come up with a good business plan, something that I could do part-time on my own. And it's grown into a business idea that could turn into something where I employ other people and do some of that. And basically what it is, it's an elder care type of business, because I know so much about that now, and I really have a heart for that anyway. I've always known that I have a heart for elders, but after having gone through it, I really think I could do a good job. So I'm trying to put together this elder care business, and we shall see how that works. It may or may not function well. This area that I live in, though, is a great area for testing businesses. They beta test products and things here all the time. It's a very culturally diverse, socioeconomically diverse area, with a lot of people across all age groups. So it's a good place to see how certain things are going to work. So I thought, well, you know what? I think I'm going to open up an office for this little business here in town, give it a try, and if it does well here, then I want to expand it into other areas. So, we shall see how that works. And as I get closer and closer to making that happen, I'll let you guys, I'll bring you guys along on the journey for that. So, the other thing, oh, I found something yesterday on Pinterest that just thrilled me. It made me laugh, and it thrilled me. Okay, so we all know about minimalist decorating. That's a big deal. You know, you KonMari the shit out of your house, and you get rid of every little thing that's doesn't have purpose. You keep a few things that have meaning, and basically you live in a Japanese house, as my mother would have called it, which is a lovely way to live in a lot of ways. It eliminates the need to think, oh, where did I put that, fifth colander that I always knew I was going to need if I had a party or whatever. So that's cool. But there's a new trend in decorating, and I'm thrilled to be able to tell you that it's called maximalist decorating. Which basically means you don't throw anything away. You just nail it all up on your walls. You make piles of things, and you smash your drawers and your cabinets and your shelves with all of your possessions, and you arrange them all so that they look beautiful, and you don't trip about the fact that you're a hoarder. You just simply organize your hoard. That's my decorating style. I love that. I wish I'd thought of that. Maximalist decorating. That's so funny. So look that up on Pinterest. It'll crack you up. So basically it's just sort of given me permission to not throw my junk away. So, well, my garbage I'll throw away. But, I don't have to get rid of my 472 pieces of mismatched china if I don't want to. I can just glue it up on my ceiling, or make, friggin' light fixtures out of it or something. I do not have to get rid of the things I love. So I'm not going to. That was funny. So that's about that. That's what's going on for me. I'm in between product reviews. Everything that everyone sent me so far has been reviewed with a video. I kind of went overboard on the diffusers. I mean, one or two diffuser reviews, and then it's like, oh gosh, she's doing another diffuser review. Feel free to click through that when you feel that way. But I like doing those diffuser reviews, and part of why I like it is because each little diffuser is a little bit different, and that sort of captivates my curiosity for some reason. And also it's kind of funny that I've had so many people ask me to do them, so I'm like, yeah, okay, alright, I'll become the diffuser queen, I can do that. So anyway, sorry for bugging you guys with all the diffuser reviews if they do bother you. And of course I don't expect, not that it would make a difference if I did expect, but I don't expect you to enjoy every one of my videos. It's like this one might be boring the crap out of you, and if you haven't already clicked off, feel free to. But I want to continue doing the product review videos. I really have fun with those. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, forest fires. Well, actually they're grass fires down here. Just every day. There's a grass fire every day. We've had some up in the mountains where the pines and fir trees are as well, but the bigger problem has been down here in the foothills, with so much light fuel all over the ground with all the dried grasses and stuff. And of course people keep their places weed eated pretty well, but there are huge expanses of pasture and government land and everything else that is just ripe for a grass fire. So I don't know. I'd say probably maybe 3 times, maybe twice, maybe 3 times since summer's gotten here. We've woken up to the smell of smoke, which is always scary. So you just have to be vigilant, you know, you just have to keep your eyes open and your nose open, and when you smell smoke, make sure that whatever it is you smell has been reported and all of that. So, kind of on that. This morning, because it's so hot, Grant and I have been sleeping out in the living room in our respective recliners. And I told him last night, I said, listen, let's try to get a good sleep tonight so that we can get up tomorrow morning early and go outside and do some work in the yard. You know, we've got stuff that needs to be put away, things that are sitting around that we never put back in their storage places, and blah, blah, blah. Things we've brought home. He's brought home stuff from his dad's. I brought home stuff from my ex-husband's house. And we just need to get that stuff all squared away. Well, I get this nudge, nudge, nudge this morning, probably around 5. Grant's like, okay, it's morning. We need to get up and go outside to work. Well, I had barely slept. I mean, the heat. I kept going from the recliner to the couch, going in and getting water, wetting down my washcloth that I was trying to keep myself cool with. I just did not sleep well last night. So I said, you know what? Didn't sleep, got to go back to sleep. And I turned over and went back to sleep. So I didn't get all my work done this morning. But it's still pretty early. It's, I don't know, about 9 o'clock, I guess. And I could probably get out there and do, you know, 30 minutes worth of work if I wanted to. And at least put a few things away, if nothing else. And check everybody's water and, you know, check on the animals, all that sort of thing too. So, anywho, that's what's been going on. And I just felt like it was time for an update. And I've run across some... Okay, let me show you. Alright, I'm going to pull the hair out of this comb and show you guys. I haven't combed out my whole hair, but I just have a tiny little bit to go. And this is 3 days worth of hair loss. Let me rinse the stuff out. Okay, that's 3 days worth of hair loss. That is so much less than what used to come out of that comb. The comb used to have 3 or 4 times this after 3 days. So we shall see if my hair actually grows back, or I've just lost a bunch of it and now that this is going to be its volume from here on out. I don't know. I have no idea. But it's noteworthy anyhow. Alright, so I'm going to finish combing out my hair. I'm going to rinse it. I'm going to test these things and tell you about what I feel about that later. But for right now, I'm going to let you go. I hope everybody is having a lovely day or evening. I hope everyone is staying cool and safe. Talk to you later. Okay, so I've been soaking my hair in this stuff for a while now. I got it all combed out, lost very little hair, as you saw there. So now I'm going to rinse this. And we shall see how it leaves my hair feeling. I really like the smell. It's a light almond. It's not real heavy. Nice and silky. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it feels very silky. Smells good. I like it. Oh, I ran out of space on my phone. I had to go get rid of a bunch of my vacation videos. Alright, so I'm going to give this Biore stuff a try. The baking soda. I'd actually washed my face with this already. I didn't realize the camera wasn't running. So I'm going to do it again. It is supposed to be a deep pore cleanser. I made the mistake of using more than one pump the first time around. This is all you really need, if even that. This stuff, it's super thick and super lathery. I'll show you. It's got little granules in it. I'm assuming they are the granules of baking soda. I don't know. It smells nice and clean. Feels very silky on the skin. It's not a scrub exactly. I mean, you can feel some little grains in there, but they're very few and far between. So yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It smells wonderful, feels good. I don't know how clean it's gotten my skin. I'm assuming pretty clean. All right, so there we go. I like it. Now let's take a peeky poo at the scrub. And let me grab my glasses out of here. And let's take a look. Okay, free your pores with our baking soda scrub. Activates with water for a deep, gentle exfoliation. Lord knows I need that. How to use. Push the button to open the lid, wet your face, dispense a quarter-size amount of the product into hands. Add water to activate. You can soften the cleansing action by adding even more water. You massage over your face and you rinse thoroughly. If dryness occurs, reduce usage frequency. Yeah, it makes sense anytime you're doing an exfoliating product. So you open it up like that. Gonna dispense a quarter size. There we go. Amount. And get a little bit of water on that. It's right out of my bathtub. Okay. Oh, it's kind of foamy. Hi, honey. I'm doing a video.
Oh, okay.
And, oh my. Oh, it smells wonderful. It feels real interesting.
Can I step on you, Mia?
It kind of burns a little bit, but not in a bad way. You know, I'm cleaning my face and exfoliating my skin sort of way. Oh, I like it. Oh, yeah. I'm one of those people that really loves super clean skin. I like to use those buff puffs and all that sort of stuff. Just scrub the ever-living crap out of the top layer of my skin. I like to be all pink and shiny when I'm done. And I normally use a device when I'm cleaning, exfoliating. I use a buff puff or those cheap gloves you can get at the Dollar Tree, anything like that to scrub some more. But this is working good, I think. We shall see. Oh, you know what I need? I need this. Ooh, it has a nice kind of a minty, cool feeling. My face is a little red. Oh, that feels really good. Kind of, yeah, tingly. I have no idea what's in it. It's probably something really scary, but it sure feels good when you use it. All right. I do believe I'm done cleaning my skin. Okay. Feels nice and smooth. Feels good. So, if it ends up making my skin red, flaky or dry or red, I'll let you know. So I think I'm done with all of the things I need to talk to you about right now. And I'm going to finish my bath and I'm going to get on with my day. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.